That's
What's
me.
that?
Okay, Linda, you can go ahead
Yeah.
and start.
Okay, so I'll start the meeting and do the land acknowledgement. We would like to begin by respectfully acknowledging that the town of Shelburne resides within the traditional territory and ancestral lands of the Anishinaabe, including the Ojibwe, Potawatomi, Chippewa, and the people of the Three Fires Confederacy. These traditional territories upon which we live, work, and play and learn are steeped in rich Indigenous history and traditions. It is with this statement that we declare to honor and respect the past and present connection of Indigenous peoples with this land, its waterways, and resources. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice here. Oops. So we'll go to the item 2, which is adoption of the agenda. Anybody want to make any changes or get somebody to move? approval of
I
the
can move
agenda?
it.
Okay. Bella, did you want to second that? Okay, all in favor? And that's carried. So now we'll do, anybody have any pecuniary interests in anything in the meeting? No?
Nope.
No, I already did I do the adoption of the minutes already? Okay. Next one is general information discussion items. So the
Sorry,
first one
Linda,
is-
you did the adoption of the agenda. We do need to do the adoption of the minute.
Okay, so I did that. Okay, so
Yeah.
would someone like to move adoption of the minutes?
I can do that. Well, I was not.
I'm just
that meeting.
checking
Yes.
really quickly. I'm just checking the minutes really quickly. So sorry. Just
Okay.
one more, sorry. Um,
Gus, leave it alone.
okay, I'm good.
Okay, so Lindsay, you moved it?
Yep,
Bella,
I can
you
move it.
want to-
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay,
I've been waiting for you for so long.
who's here?
Mine?
Sorry, it's my dad.
Okay. Okay, so all in favor of that? That's carried. So we'll move into item 5, which is general information. The first one is committee members update. We have new member of Debbie Van Wyck. So Debbie's not here yet, but
She's
Okay,
not
so
here,
we-
so we'll just postpone that one till the next.
okay. So the next one is Arts, Culture, and Heritage Committee keychains. And did you want to give an update, Lindsay?
Yeah, so unfortunately I haven't spoken with Kyle as of just yet to get an update for that. The last I understood was he was going to contact his contact at Foreign Print Canada, but Alice maybe has a little bit of an update from speaking with him.
Okay,
Yes, so he indicated that the price on the website is the price that it would be. The contact can't beat it, can't change it. So whenever the committee decides, that's what the price is going to be when they order it.
okay.
Okay, which
Do you
wasn't too
remember what
bad.
the price was?
It varies depending on when you look
Mhm.
at it. It changes
Yeah.
regularly.
All right, well, we'll save that for another time when we can have more.
Yeah, because
discussion on
the last time I looked at it, it was on sale for about anywhere from 57 cents to I don't think I have it here. 86 cents, I believe. But that was on sale. So I would have to double check it again. So just for a quick refresh, if we ordered at the time when I looked at this, which I think would have put it at 86 cents each, 405 of them would have been $348.30. And then there is a $65 setup fee, a one-time setup fee.
Okay.
So once we, pay for that, if we want to reorder from them, that fee doesn't apply because we already have our setup charge. They're generally ready to ship in about 7 business days, and it says the price includes a full color imprint on the front of the tag, and I do believe it comes like with the ring and like the key ring itself. Like I know when we make our own, we got to order extra key rings, but this comes as a full individual unit. So yeah, so I guess it would just be moving forward would be figuring out a design, I guess. So as to sort of what we want on it, which I think if we just copied or used the design that we already approved for the key tags that we were going to produce, then I'm sure that, like, that's fine. So I
Can
think,
you remind me of what that was? What the image was? I can't remember now.
yeah, I think it was, I'm trying to remember if it was like a,
Lindsay, if you want me to help you, I saw the emails that you, Kyle, and Alex had discussed on key tags in the past. Is
Mhm.
that the one? Linda, it's actually a design that they had shown us earlier where it has this town on it.
Yeah, I think it's
Okay,
like
okay.
the sort of the outline of the town building. And then it says like Heritage Shelburne, I believe, and then like the established date underneath, which
Okay,
we
yeah.
would just need to, before we move ahead, we need to double check and make sure that that part is changed because it didn't match what we put on the gateway signs. So that would be the only thing that
Okay.
we need to adjust and change. I believe it's Kyle who has that image, so there is a possibility where I could, I'll send him a message and ask him to send it to me or to send it to
Okay.
Alice, and then that way we at least have it ready for, say, August meeting. And if we all still like it and the date is correct on the bottom where it says the established date, then we can just approve the order if you want, like,
Okay.
you know, or we can at least approve up to a certain amount so that that way, if I'm the one who's going to be submitting it for Imprint Canada, then I know how much money I can spend up to, and then that will just delegate how many like of the quantity that we get is up to, you know, if we say $500, then I spend the $500, which includes the $65 setup fee, and I get however many key tags or keychains that $500 will allow us to have.
Okay, so do you want to make a motion to the effect that up to $500 be spent on that? And then maybe Bella, if you second that, then we can at least get something.
Yeah, I mean, Alice, do you think we should do that tonight or just wait until we 100% approve the image again?
That's up to the committee. If you want to keep the same image with the year, like, that's fine. That's kind of what you had previously already decided.
Right.
So you could authorize with that image with same design as before with the different year and
Okay.
up to X amount of
And
dollars.
up to. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, if you're okay with that, Linda, we'll wait until August, and then that way I'll get Kyle to send me the image and we'll make sure that
there's no meeting in August. It'll be September.
September.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll wait till September and because there's no point, like it's not gonna happen anytime soon anyways, unless things went
Okay.
through email, which I don't know if that's even
So
possible.
you don't want to move a motion to for an upset limit to 500?
No, because I think because we're not 100%, like, we want to have a refresh on the image.
Okay.
I think if once we get that sort of refresh on the image and everyone says, oh yeah, that's what it looks like, and yes, we're okay with it, then at that time we'll do both in the same motion. So we'll
Okay.
say, yes, we approve the image again with the new date, and we approve up to $500 to get them printed.
All right. Okay, so we'll leave that then. The next item is the Curling Club mural update. And we did have a discussion about it last time. And I think I had indicated that after looking at all the panels that we had in storage, that the amount of money that you'd have to spend to fix them would be far outweigh what it would cost to do something, you know, more effective, you know, with new images, especially the photography that we have from the images from back in the 1800s. So I don't know what the committee thinks, but, you know, I'm thinking that might be a better route to go.
Yeah, definitely. So would we be looking at maybe doing another sort of wrap idea?
Yeah, I was thinking maybe like, I don't know how big the panels could be or how many we can have. We'll have to get some quotes and get some ideas as to how much it's going to cost.
Yep.
And decide on the images first and then say, okay, let's look at this and see how many, I say 3, for example. whatever
Yep.
size that could fit across the building.
Right, okay. Yeah, so, I think, for me, I love that idea. I really would love to get some murals back up on the curling club because it is kind of set up on the hill and it's
Yeah,
almost
and
like
it's
a
a big,
gateway.
very visible.
Yeah, like you're exactly right. It's very visible and it's part of a gateway into and out of the town via Highway 10. So a lot of people see the side of the curling club and right now it's just white. So it'd be really nice to
Right.
have something on it. We own the building, I believe, right, Alice?
Yes,
Okay, so we don't really need any like permission from anybody because it's our building, so we should, unless council needs to approve it, which fine. So I think the only thing is like you said, Linda, the first step would be to approve some pictures. So
Yeah.
if we can, maybe if Alice, you can bring in September some images. I know Jennifer had some that we were going to use for more murals around the town.
yeah. And there was one
Um,
there, the downtown, the intersection there,
Mhm.
a winter scene with all the
Yes.
gates and everything. That was quite nice.
Yeah, it had like
Afternoon.
horses and stuff and
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, and we were gonna use the one with, I think it was like the train station over on the west side of town, but we just can't unfortunately facilitate communication with that current building's owner. So, you
Right.
know, that could be one maybe that we use over there just because it's already sort of been approved by the previous committee at least. But it's great to obviously bring it to the new committee and review it. But yeah, that would be my first sort of, I guess, sort of suggestion would be we gotta look at some options first and then decide, yes, we want 1, 2, 3, and then we can decide on sort of the size that we need, and then we can just decide on the application. So,
Right.
you know, currently the murals that were there were on another material and then mounted to the wall.
It was like a
So
plywood
that-
type material.
Exactly, right? So there's an option to do something on maybe like an alipane, which then could also be mounted to the side of the building. It makes it maybe a little bit possibly removable if there's an issue, or if we decide, hey, we'd actually like to hang that somewhere else. I don't know. We'd have to talk with the wrap people and see how portable something like that could be.
Yeah.
Or if we just put it right on the brick. So it worked out lovely in JD Park. So,
Mhm.
you know, going right on the brick is absolutely fine as well. I don't know, again, that would be part of the quote where it may or may not be a substantial increase in price if we do it on alipane and then mount it as opposed to straight onto the brick.
Yeah, well, maybe we can
So-
ask them to quote both ways, and
Yeah.
that way we know exactly what we're looking at.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. And that gives us a couple of options, right?
Right.
Yeah. So first step is just if we can have some images brought to us, maybe Alice in September, that would be awesome. And then we
Yeah,
can
that'll work
move
out.
forward from there. And that would be great because if we could get that approved, literally, like if we were good enough to just decide on an image and, well, I guess we need a quote still. It'd
So
probably have
that
to
won't
be,
take long. Once we have, we need to know what the size will be.
Yeah.
And so it
Yeah.
doesn't matter which image it is or which combination of ones, it's gonna be the same price.
Exactly.
It's just a matter of
we
what
need
the
to know,
image-
we still need quotes, exactly. So that's
Yeah.
still gonna take a couple of months to make sure that we reach out to a few different places, make sure we do our due diligence
Right.
with having a couple of different quotes coming in. And then, you know, selecting that, yes, this is the one we want, blah, blah, blah. So it's likely, I would love to see, I mean, at least one ready to be installed for like June of 2025. Because that's when the weather sort of
Yeah,
gets.
that would be a
to
long
that
way
temperature.
off. I'd like to see it sooner. Like
Yeah,
the fall,
oh,
maybe.
yeah. I mean, I
Do
would
one
love,
in the fall, maybe the rest in the spring or something. I don't know.
exactly. I mean, I would love that too. I think we just have to watch temperature, right? Because once, say October, like, because if we do this, if we choose the, say maybe the size and the images in September, then we have to reach out for quotes. Quotes would come back for October. We could approve it in October. And then, well, you never know because we've been having warmer falls. So if we could approve it early October, because it's literally the first Wednesday of the month that we meet, you know, we could have install happening a week to 2 weeks after that, potentially. And then that would just put us into late October. So
Right.
we could, if we are not picky,
So maybe, I'm just
And-
thinking, maybe what we could do to give us a bit more time and not have to be postponing it too long into the future. If we could have some images sent to the committee before the meeting, we can kind
Yeah.
of look through them all and get a sense of what we like. And then
Yeah.
we can just go ahead and
Could
say,
that
let's
hap-
do this.
Is that possible, Alice? Maybe just send out some images via email, and then we won't vote on them until September, but at least we have an idea?
I'll see.
Okay, all right, we'll leave
No
that
promises
in
at
your,
this point.
we'll leave that in your capable hands. And, but yeah, that would be great. And like I said, as long as we're not sort of overly picky, we're like, okay, yes, we like this one, we like this one. Let's get them, quoted. We can hopefully have a quote back maybe in a week, right? And then we're ready to sort of approve something the very first week of October. And then, yeah, if the weather holds up and we're looking okay, there's a possibility it could be installed
Right.
before, late-ish fall. Which would be awesome, because otherwise, if we miss that little window of opportunity, then it's likely early spring.
The other thing I could do is I can always come into the office there and speak to Jennifer, and because I know she's got them somewhere. Then we can just have a look at some and maybe just email some out to everybody on the community to look at.
Yeah, for sure. So that would be great. I think the only thing I would have to stress at this point then is that we need to make quorum in September. Like
Yeah.
it would be very, very important, in order to try and facilitate this before winter.
Right. Okay, so back lane project update on research on Mr. Rose. I thought we did that already.
So at the last meeting, it was asked, we didn't have details about Mr. Rose. An email was sent to the committee in early June with more details on him
Yeah.
for your review. And now a decision needs to be made if you want to go forward with the final backlane name to be Rose.
Right. I really appreciate you guys reaching out to the mod and getting some information, because I couldn't find anything. And I slacked, I guess. I didn't even think to call the mod and ask them. So I love the information that we got, but I'm still a little torn with how much of a contribution to the town that we want the people or the person or the whatever, whose name we're using to name the back lanes. Like, so I don't know. That's the tricky part for me with sort of like the criteria of choosing. Like, I mean, the feed mill, obviously, like tons of years serving the community,
Mhm.
livestock, all that sort of stuff. It made sense. The nurse that we named, it makes sense because she was a pillar in the community for that. Was it the Townsends that we did last?
Yeah.
Massive pillars in the community. I mean, from creating a museum, for goodness sakes, to just everything else. And I wasn't sure I picked up enough of that maybe in the information that we got. So I don't know. I'm still a little torn, and I don't want to I hate dragging my feet as well, because we do want to get this back lane project done, but I also don't want to jump into something too quickly just because we want to get the back lane name, done. So
can I maybe suggest that we defer the decision on that to the next meeting when we have more people involved,
Yeah.
so we can have a better discussion?
Yeah, for sure. And I'm gonna read back over the email again just to really freshen. Well, I'm sure it's attached here.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna.
It's not in the agenda because it is some sensitive private information.
Gotcha.
But I can re-forward the email to the committee so that it's fresh.
That would be wonderful. Thank you so much. I know I have it still. Like I said, I'd like to just maybe read it one more time just to really, sort of solidify the information in my brain, and kind of go from there. So yeah, I think that's a great idea, Linda, just to sort of defer it till September for the time being.
Now, just moving along to Nobella, you had to get doing something. The Arts and Brews event we decided at this point that we're gonna move that forward
Yeah,
So I
yeah,
just need
down the road.
a formal, I just need a formal resolution that the event is going to be postponed for a future date.
Yeah,
okay. Yep, I can move that, where basically, yeah, just, to, I don't know, if maybe you'll word it better, Alice, than I will, but just to, yeah, to inform that the Arts and Brews event, scheduled for September 21st, 2024, be deferred to a
following
be
year.
determined date.
Yeah.
Just because we are slowly depleting in numbers within our committee right now. And September 21st is very close. So unfortunately, I just don't think we'll have the time
Yeah.
to facilitate what is required in order to have an event of that size.
Okay, so Alice or Bella, do you want to second that motion? And if there's no more comments on that, just all in favor of
Is
that
that
motion?
about the Bruce event?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. We're just gonna postpone it.
We're
We
deferring it.
can't, we don't have
For now.
enough time to really put it together this year.
Linda, you can second that motion.
Okay, I'll second the motion. Okay,
I think Alice understood.
okay, all right, all in favor? Okay, that's carried. And so that's the end of the items there. Any new business before we adjourn? If none,
No, not that I can think of.
I'll get a motion from Bella to
Oh,
adjourn the
can you
meeting.
see me, Linda? I
You can
gave
do
a
that,
thumbs up.
Lindsay?
Yep,
Yeah,
to
I know.
adjourn.
Okay, so all in favor? That's carried.
Yep.
So that gets everybody to get through all this and we're all done. So,
Yes.